And welcome back to Space Engineers. It is daytime for once, and I've made a few changes to the inside of the base here. First off, I found out that you can flip these windows around, kind of. If you'll notice there's a mismatch. I could have changed all of them, but I didn't. I guess I should have, because apparently I left one. Or maybe there was a mismatch before and I didn't notice it. And like technically over here isn't actually airtight, but that's alright because this is not a ship going into space. So I was able to put these couches here, some plants, some desks, a couple labs, and over here I put this little guy. And then just some random blueprint of a large grid mining thing that I made. Let's not talk about that. So anyway, welcome back. The other thing that I've done is I have figured out how I want down here to be. I widened it up and we'll talk about that in a second. And I've got a plan now for what we're doing next. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't done so already and you'd like to do so. And if you want, leave a comment below. So as we left off last video, the tunnel was I believe it was 7 blocks wide. So it was like 1 in the center and then 3 on each side. It's now 15, I think, wide, counting the side. 1, 2, 3. I guess we can use a block to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, 13, so I was off by 2. Counting is hard. So it is 13 blocks wide now. So 1 in the center, 6 on either side. And to do that, I kept using the monorail. I just kept running it like forward down the tunnel and then backwards back out of the tunnel. And it's a good thing that rigidity is infinite in Space Engineers. And these beams didn't flex at all. And I just kept moving the drills out. And that worked really nicely. I started building a new retaining tunnel, or retaining ring. I don't know what to call it. Mouth of the tunnel. And I'm happier with it. I finally remembered to change my paint color after suffering through trying to get all of this painted the same color. So we're going to use this kind of worn armor block color for the base, at least for the floor. I think I'm going to do blue. Blue or green, I think, for the actual components down here. So, something I noticed though, when I was welding all of this armor block up with my welding rig, with a welding ship, it took, I think it was like 7,200. I think it was a little bit over 7,000 block, or steel plate, sorry, to get all of these armor blocks welded. So anything that's this dark gray color, all of that was over 7,000 steel plate. And as you can see, we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 more strips to do to get all of this welded up. So it's going to be a lot of steel plate. So we're going to need to bring our drill down, and what I've kind of figured out how to do is I came down here and I figured out that if I do my drill head down here, I'll have 1, 2, 3 squares for the drills, and then so we'll have 1, 2, 3 for the drills, then every 2 would be a piston, and some change, because they're slightly larger than 2 blocks. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then up to 11. And that's just kind of for the 11, because it's really like 10 and a half. That's just kind of for the height of the piston part, which is, oh, oops, wrong way. Which is this little guy up here. Because as you can see, it's just slightly taller than 2 blocks stacked together. So each piston will extend to 10 meters, so that will give us, you know, I don't know, around 100 meters, I guess a little bit more than 100 meters of extension depth. And that is from this spot right here. Using the old base that I mined out in episode 1.5, forever ago, I found out that, is it this hole? It's this hole. If you come down this hole, the iron is still spawning all the way down here. So instead of actually going, what would that be? Which one of these GPS markers is close to the surface? Welder ship, seahorse miner. So about 200 meters above here is where the original pistons hung from, all the way up there. So instead of having to have a bunch of pistons here, which while we would have just obscene depth that we could drill to, we'd probably call Clang from the heavens, or up from hell, depending on how you want to look at it. And we'd probably get smote, whatever the form of smite I'm looking for is. So I decided to just kind of build this little mini arm here, and I'll hang the pistons off here, put a drill head on there, get that started, and that way it'll drill our iron for us, because we're going to need it to finish this. We're going to need a ton of iron, and then we're also going to need it to build just other things in general. Plus, the whole point of this mine shaft was to build iron, so we're going to do that. I'd like to also finally get our large grid refinery built down here. And I think where I'm going to put it is probably somewhere over here. And the way that's going to work is I'll have the piping for all these pistons coming down here, and then it'll just kind of funnel into possibly a sorter, or it will funnel into a into just like a cargo container first, and then from that cargo container it'll go into the refinery. And the reason I'm doing it that way is, although there's probably pass through from a refinery into a cargo container as like overflow, I just want to make sure that as it's drilling, it doesn't fill up the containers. One thing I did do is I changed my inventory size. I had it on 10x, which was kind of ridiculous. It kind of negated the whole point of needing to build... Whoa, that was weird. Needing to build the large cargo containers, because small cargo containers were so gigantic. So now these guys are at 5x. So they still hold quite a lot, but it's not quite as ridiculous as it was. Because one of the things I like to do is actually have quite a lot of storage containers and pipe them all together. I think it looks cool. I like the industrial look. So we need to get some parts going for the large grid refinery. Or the large refinery, which is this guy. And what we're going to do is actually get the components for laying out pistons, which I think I can do with the steel plate. But I do want to top off my hydrogen bottles. Alright, so what we want to do is have 10 pistons. And we want them to come off of this. Oh, but this one needs to be one of these guys, and I need interior plate. Of course. Alright, so this should allow me to get this guy and even the... Guess we can put it right side up. There will be our conveyor tube. Oh, sorry, our conveyor junction. And then I can do our conveyor tube right off of this guy. Like this? Do I want it to go down like that? Or I want to just go straight down? Yeah, we'll just go straight down. Then right here, we'll have it over this way. Come on, there we go. And then right here, we're gonna have it go back one more. Open this wall up some. You don't actually have to do that, I just like doing that. There's really no point in doing it. And then I'll figure out where I'm going to put the refinery afterwards, so that's good enough for now for the pipe plumbing. So we want our pistons, and we want 10 of these. There's number 1, 2, wrong button, 3, 4, 5, come on, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. And then we want one more of these junctions. If this will fit, we want to do it this way. Nice. So just doing that, we can have kind of like a pilot drill, and I don't know if it really matters or not, but I kind of like doing it. And then we can build all of our... Come on. Drills around that. Alright. 3x3 drill. Total of 9 drills. So now let's go get all of the other components we need. And a weldy, weldy, weldy. Wait a second. Is this missing a window? Huh. I should probably put a window there. Oh, and I needed to recharge. Alright, so what I'd like to do is take the drill. Alright, how about... Alright, take the drill and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then... do that. There we go. Alright. So now it'll be replacing whatever I just steal from what we just made from the refinery, or for the refinery and such. Let's just take those and head back down here. Alright, and what do I have inventory-wise? Alright, perfect. Alright, so this is going to feed into... I want to do a large storage container right here. There, maybe? Because then I can have a catwalk up here that I can access it from. Actually, I can even have a catwalk go around. Yeah, right here should be... Because if I set it here, it's in the wall. I don't want it in the wall. Again, it doesn't matter. I just think it looks dumb if it's in the wall. So this will get piped into here. Alright, so that will go right into that. And then this just needs a ton of stuff. Let's go see if our drill parts are done. Alright, 100, 100. All of those are 100. Our pistons are all finished. Build planner. Gigantic refinery. But I can go elbow, elbow. Now I'll come back up here and I'll get some components for another one of these large cargoes and a few more connecting pieces. Alright, so we can go here. 1, 1, 2. And then right here we'll do the same. Three, 4. Alright, just like that. So now we'll have ore into there, refinery, ingot storage into here. Ah, small tubes, the bane of my existence. So really I just need 12, 12, 24, 8, 32, 32 more small tube. All right. It looks like a chode. Alright, so now I want the window. Alright, close the door. That wasn't supposed to be there. And let's see about our steel plate. See if that will finish our refinery. And if it does, we'll be able to get this thing started. Alright. Now, what I've been saying for like 4 episodes, probably more than that, trying to get the full-size refinery going, it's now set up and down here. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to call these drill pistons. Oh, that was already a... Oh, lights. That's weird. So, drill pistons. Oops. Then we want all of those drills themselves. Why do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Why do I have 14 drills? What in tarnation? What about here? Alright, so all of the white drills are drills in the same grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are these drills? Where do I even have other drills? Oh, these drills. Alright, let's Oh, oh. Alright. Well, that's a good parking spot for it. Alright, so now I've got my drills. Do I have a weird drills? No, good. So my drills block. So if we toggle them on, they should be making noise down there. Oh, we should also share the inertia tensor of all of those pistons. Let's take a look at the drills. Oh, look at that. Why is the refinery not refining them? Not sure how I feel about this. Can I pull from the refinery or from the drill to the refinery? Basic refinery. Oh, that's a problem. Alright, stop the drills. So one of these piston parts not finished. Oh, this conveyor junction's not finished. Thankfully, these all have a ton of storage. So I need to finish the conveyor junction so this actually works. Alright. Hey, that noise means the refinery is pulling in the ore. If we look here, large cargo container's got a bunch of ore, refinery's got a bunch of ore. So we can come over here, we can take our drills, we can turn them back on. Come to our pistons. And we have 10 pistons. We want the velocity that we want, which is 0.025, divided by 10, so add a 0 to it. And we get 0.0025 meters per second. That will extend our pistons into the ground. And let's watch the drill yields. They should hopefully start being halfway decent. And I want the large refinery. Here we go. Alright, cool. So now we are charging right along. And now we just need to... Oh, we should have finished those tiles before, these blocks before we put that down. That was not very well thought out on my part. Now we just need to let this churn out some iron plate. I think we're going to call that an episode, and in the next we'll get the assembler built, and we'll be able to start mass producing the steel plate to finish this floor. Anyhow, if you liked the video, give it a like, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and would like to see more of these videos, and leave a comment if you've got any questions or just want to say hi. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.